A pharmaceutical brand claims that their new drug is more effective in treating a common ailment than any drug ever made. We're so accustomed to hearing these kinds of exaggerations in advertising that we might not even bat an eye. But what about when the claim is accompanied by a graph? After all, a graph isn't an opinion, it represents cold, hard numbers. And who can argue with those? Yet, as it turns out, graphs can also skew the data and spin a narrative. How can we avoid being manipulated by misleading graphs? Hey everyone, I'm Kyla from Venngage. In today's video, I will guide you on how to read a graph and avoid misleading interpretations. Additionally, I will teach you how to create effective graphs for your reports. So let's dive in. Graphs can be misleading in various ways, and it's important to critically evaluate them to ensure accurate interpretation. Some of the most common ways include first omitting the baseline. Omitting baselines, or the axis of a graph, is one of the most common ways data is manipulated in graphs. This misleading tactic is frequently used to make one group look better than another. If you took a cursory glance at this graph, you would probably think that Democrats agreed almost 3 times more than Republicans and Independents on a certain issue. However, a closer look reveals that the difference was only about a 14% variance. To properly show the differences or report facts objectively, this graph depicts a more accurate view of the data. In case you're wondering how to create accurate graphs along with visual appeal, Venngage is a great platform for you. You can access a wide range of graph and chart templates that are pre-designed, easily customizable, and fully functional. Simply upload your data files in our online template maker, and the chart will instantly depict results in your design. Download it in any format you prefer, or share it with your team members. Next, truncated axis. Truncating the axis can make differences appear more significant than they are by starting the axis at a value greater than 0. For example, a company might display revenue growth on a bar chart that starts at 1 million instead of 0, making the growth seem more substantial than it is by exaggerating the visual impact on the bars. Third, cherry-picking data. Selectively choosing data points or time periods to highlight specific trends can present a biased view of the overall data. For example, an environmental report might selectively show data on air quality on days when pollution levels are unusually low, giving a falsely positive impression of overall air quality. Finally, inconsistent units. Using inconsistent units on the same graph can be misleading. Comparing the revenue of 2 companies on the same graph, where one company's revenue is shown in millions of dollars and the other is shown in billions, can mislead viewers about the actual differences between the companies. So to avoid misleading, I recommend you to always check where the graph is coming from and then take a look at the data. And that wraps up today's video. Try creating graphs and charts using Venngage for free. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section down below. Make sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next one.